Welcome to my channel Health with Tilotma, and today we are talking about one of the most confusing topics in women's health, PCOS versus PCOD. Are they the same thing? Are they different? Which one is more serious, and what should you do if you have been told you have either PCOS or PCOD? Let us understand this practically. First of all, many people use the word PCOS and PCOD interchangeably. But medically, PCOS is the more accepted and commonly used diagnosis worldwide. PCOD stands for polycystic ovarian disease, while PCOS stands for polycystic ovary syndrome. Now, what's the difference? PCOD is often used to describe a condition in which the ovaries produce immature or partially mature eggs, which can accumulate in your ovaries. This may lead to irregular periods, weight gain, mild hormonal imbalance, and acne. Many people consider PCOD to be a milder form, often strongly linked with lifestyle factors such as poor diet, inactivity, stress, weight gain, and insulin resistance. PCOS, on the other hand, is considered a broader metabolic and hormonal syndrome. This means it doesn't affect only the ovaries, it can affect the entire body. It may involve significant insulin resistance, higher androgen levels, irregular ovulation, infertility struggles, belly fat gain, acne, facial hair, inflammation, higher future risk of diabetes, fatty liver, and cholesterol imbalance. In simple words, PCOD is often used for ovarian dysfunction. PCOS is a wider hormonal metabolic syndrome. When we speak about nutrition, your focus should be on improving insulin sensitivity and reducing inflammation for both PCOS and PCOD. Include protein in every meals, eggs, paneer, tofu, fish, chicken, dal, and Greek yogurt. Increase fiber-rich vegetables, seeds like flax, chia, and pumpkin, nuts in moderation, whole grains in portion control, fruit in sensible portion, and plenty of water. Reduce sugary drinks, bakery foods, frequent snacking, excess refined flour foods, ultra-processed food, and overeating late at night. When we talk about lifestyle changes, the first and foremost is non-negotiable, and it is strength training. At least 3 to 4 times weekly. Daily walking is important, good sleep, stress management, morning sunlight, healthy body fat reduction if overweight, and a consistent routine is most important. Even a 5 to 10% weight loss can improve periods and hormones significantly. Supplements and medical help. Depending on the case, doctors may advise vitamin D, iron if you are deficient, metformin, myoinositol, hormonal treatment, and fertility support if needed. Never self-medicate blindly. My honest advice as a clinical nutritionist, whether someone says PCOS or PCOD, do not panic. These conditions are common, especially in today's day and age, manageable, and often improve beautifully when lifestyle becomes therapeutic. If this helped you, follow Health with Tilotma for practical nutrition and women's hormone health guidance.